Okay, we're down in Port Mellon. We're just sort of down from the pulp mill. But I remember there was like old buildings and stuff on the side of the hill here. It used to be an old logging camp. It had a community hall. And I guess people lived here and logged. So let's go up in the bush, take a look. Look at that. It's one of those big old cast iron sinks. It's a funky bottle. Look at this purple, man. That's cool. Anyhow, this was a big old boathouse right by the beach. Last time I was here, it was standing. You can go inside of it. There's all kinds of neat stuff. There was an old bathtub in there and stuff. Anyhow, let's head up here. It's a corner of a house just up there, Connor, or what's left of it. They were full houses when I first came here, and even this boathouse right here. Oh, there is a bathtub. See, there's a bathtub in there. The old tub. So if you want to get into bathtub racing and you want to put a motor in the back, you're racing in an IMO, tub right there. I see another one down farther than the beach. We could both build one. Okay, man, let's head up. There's all kinds of neat stuff around here. Look up for nails. Oh boy. Not much of this thing left. Oh, but what's really cool about this is I'll show you. This cabin was all made out of shakes, and I believe these were first growth shakes. They could split them and make big long boards out of them if they wanted. But that's what they do, is split shakes and pile them on the roof, everything. And like I say, if you get some good old first growth, you can make planks that'll go right from here all the way down to here and build a cabin in no time and roof it. Oh, the medicine cabinet's still here. Opium, heroin, I don't know. Just your basic sort of stuff for toothache. Literally, they put cardboard on the walls. Literally. When I first came in here, you could actually walk in here and the floor was super sketchy, but the floor's blown right away now. Full of nails. See if there's any newspaper in here. No, it's just cardboard. They just lined it, try to keep it a little warmer in here. Like when I first came here, this was all covered right in behind, like right over this way. Oh, there's the old sink in there. The old stubby beer bottle. The old walls. That didn't do it any good. So let's look around. I think there's a few more old cabins around. What's left of them? Okay, everyone, just so you know, this is an example of what I look for in the forest. I'm looking for clues of stuff that doesn't belong, and this plant, I've never seen in the forest before. I suspect that the person or people that are living here, they often would bring in a plant or something from like where they grew up, the old country, England or whatever, and they plant them around wherever they're, whatever logging camp they're living in, because that's what you do. You literally live in the logging camp. You bring your families in sometimes, but you can see how this plant is, well, it's an invasive species really, but it's been left here in the forest. It started to grow wild. And that's what I look at. These are clues I look at in the forest so I know where to look for a cabin. It's always something that doesn't fit in, like one of these flowers. Wow, okay, there's another great example. That's a laurel tree or a laurel bush. It doesn't belong, but you can see all through the bush here, it's taken over. And it was brought here by somebody when they were living here, and when they leave, it just goes wild. Sometimes you'll find like vines and stuff. They'll be all wrapped around trees. They don't belong. That usually means there was a cabin or a logging camp or mining camp or something there. So those are the clues you look for. Let's go and look around. Okay, we just got in. We found another one of these old cabins. They're all sort of built the same to look the same. And Slowly they're getting crushed into the forest floor. Won't be long, you'll barely find anything here. Still pretty cool. So yeah, that was a house right on the beach. See, it was actually built on pilings. But as you get the big storms and, you know, 70, 80 years later, they start falling into the ocean. Whoa, Connor, look at all these logs. Come to the line, let's get these. Just kidding, let's get out of here. Before we get shot. Okay, cool, I just want to show everybody what you got up here are two giant old tugboats. One's a Jimmy Smith. It was registered in Honolulu, Hawaii. The other one is called the Avenger, and it was registered in San Francisco. But I believe both these tugs at one time would they would tow barges full of stuff over to Hawaii. And I believe the Avenger, the older one here to the left, it was actually used during the wartime to bring over stuff to supplies to Pearl Harbor and whatnot. I'm not sure. I'm going to try and do some research on that. Tried it a bit last night. There wasn't a lot coming up. But what they're going to do is they're going to bust. They drag these tugs right out of the water with big rams. And right over here behind me is it's called the Carrier Princess. And that's also going to get cut up, and probably all these barges, they're just going to start breaking ships right here. So, well, have to make sure we get some footage as they start getting chopped up. But there you go. Those would make nice tugboats for us. Mm-hmm. Get some big logs with that. Okay, all. I hope you enjoyed looking at that old logging camp. But that's it for today. We're going to go load the boat up and head home. See you another time. Yee-haw, yee-haw.